Hi folks, welcome to my channel. Today's topic is infinite awareness now. Dear folks, to this moment of profound possibility, I invite you to settle into the sacred space we are creating together, where the boundaries between speaker and listener dissolve into the infinite field of awareness itself. Take a deep breath with me now. Feel your chest raise and fall, not as a mechanical process, but as the very rhythm of existence expressing itself through the vessel of your being. This breath you are taking right now has been breathed by countless beings throughout time. You are participating in the eternal dance of life itself. Today, we embark on a journey that requires no moment, no destination, and no arrival. We explore the mystery of infinite awareness, that luminous presence that exists before thought, beyond time, and within the very heart of this present moment. The illusion of separation in this very instant, as you listen to these words, notice something extraordinary. There is an awareness present that knows you are listening. This awareness is not your thoughts about listening, not your memories of other times you have listened, not your anticipations of what you might hear next. This awareness is the pure, undivided consciousness that simply knows. Most of us live our lives of life convinced that we are separate beings, isolated islands of consciousness floating in an ocean of otherness. We believe ourselves to be contained within the boundaries of our skin, limited by the span of our lifetime, defined by our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. But what if this fundamental assumption about the nature of reality is simply not true? Consider this: when you look at a tree, where does the experience of tree actually occur? Is it in the tree itself? Is it in your eyes, your brain, or does it emerge in that mysterious space of awareness where subject and object meet and dissolve into pure knowing? The mystics and sages of every tradition have pointed out to the same profound recognition that the awareness through which you know the tree, the awareness through which you know your thoughts, the awareness through which you know yourself is not personal. It is not yours any more than the sky belongs to the birds that fly through it. The field of pure consciousness. Imagine, if you will, that consciousness is like an infinite ocean. Most of us identify ourselves with the waves on the surface. Our thoughts, emotions, sensations, and experiences. We say, I am anxious. I am happy. I am successful. I am struggling. But these are merely temporary modifications of the ocean surface. What remains constant and unchanging is the ocean itself. That pure, aware presence that witnesses all waves but is disturbed by none. This ocean of consciousness has no beginning and no end. It does not start when you are born and cease when you die. It is a timeless, spaceless dimension of being that is your deepest nature. Right now, as I speak these words and as you hear them, there is only one consciousness present. Not two separate awarenesses somehow communicating across space and time, but one indivisible field of knowing, appearing as speaker and listener, as words and understanding, as question and answer. The dance of manifestation. From this infinite field of pure awareness, all experience emerges like dreams in the mind of the dreamer. Your thoughts, sensations, perceptions, and the entire world you experience are modifications of consciousness itself, not separate from it, but its very own creative expression. Think of how a dream appears to you at night. In the dream, there seems to be many different characters, objects, and landscapes. There appears to be space and time, cause and effect, problems and solutions. Yet, when you wake, you recognize that everything in the dream, every person, every object, every experience was nothing but the creative activity of your own mind. What if waking reality operates according to the same principle? What if everything you experience, your body, other people, the world around you is the creative manifestation of one infinite consciousness appearing to itself as multiplicity while remaining forever one? This does not diminish the beauty or significance of your experiences. The dream does not become less vivid or meaningful when you recognize its nature. If anything, it becomes more wondrous, more magical when you understand the creative power from which it springs. Beyond time and space, in this moment, notice something profound about your experience of awareness itself. Awareness has no color, no shape, no weight, no age. It cannot be located in space or time. When you were 5 years old, the awareness that knew you were 5 was the same awareness that knows your age now. When you are 90, should you reach that age, it will be the same timeless awareness that knows your experience then. Thoughts come and go within awareness. Emotions arise and pass away within awareness. Sensations appear and disappear within awareness. Even your sense of being a person with a name, a history, and a future exists within this unchanging field of knowing. But awareness itself is never touched, never altered, never diminished by anything that appears within it. This is why the ancient text speaks of the self with a capital yes, not the small personal self that you take yourself to be, but the infinite self that you actually are. This self has no opposite, no boundary, no limitation. It is not born and does not die. It is the eternal witness, the unchanging background against which all change occurs. The recognition of what you are, the invitation in this moment is not to become something you are not, but to recognize what you have always been. You don't need to achieve infinite awareness. You are infinite awareness appearing as a temporary modification of itself. That belief it's separate, and also it is separate and limited. This recognition does not require effort or struggle. In fact, effort and struggle are what seem to obscure it. It's like trying to find your glasses while they are on your nose. The very searching prevents you from recognizing what is already present. Right now, simply notice what is aware of these words. Don't think about it, just notice. Okay? What is it that knows you are listening? What is it that is present before any thought arises to name or categorize the experience? That knowing presence, intimate, immediate, undeniable is what you truly are. It is what everyone truly is. It is the one consciousness appearing as the many, the infinite awareness, manifesting as all experience while remaining forever untouched by what it manifests. The practical wisdom. You might wonder, how does this understanding change how I live my daily life? The recognition of your true nature does not require you to withdraw from the world or deny your human experience. Instead, it transforms your relationship to everything you encounter. When you know yourself as infinite awareness, your problems do not necessarily disappear. But your relationship to them changes fundamentally. You recognize that whatever challenge appears in your life is arising within the space of your own being, like a wave on the ocean surface. The ocean is never threatened by its waves, no matter how turbulent they may seem. From this understanding springs natural compassion. When you recognize that the same awareness that looks out through your eyes looks out through every pair of eyes, how could you harbor genuine hatred or resentment towards another? When you understand that all beings are expressions of the same infinite consciousness, service to others becomes as natural as caring for your own body. The pathless path, there is no technique, no practice, no method that can give you what you already are. Awareness cannot be enhanced, improved, or achieved because it is the very foundation of all experience. However, there are pointers, invitations, and recognitions that can help dissolve the apparent obstacles to recognizing what has never actually been hidden. The pathless path is simply the progressive recognition of what is already present. It's like polishing a mirror. You're not adding anything to the mirror's capacity to reflect. You're simply removing what seems to obscure its natural clarity. Each moment offers a fresh opportunity for this recognition. In the space between thoughts, awareness reveals itself. It is the stillness. In the stillness between heartbeats, the infinite announces itself. In the pause between words, the eternal speaks. Living from infinite awareness, as this understanding deepens, life becomes a spontaneous expression of joy, wisdom, and love. Not because you have added these qualities to yourself, but because you have recognized them as the very nature of what you are. Joy is the natural state of unlimited being. Wisdom is the natural fragrance of infinite knowing. Love is the recognition of unity appearing as multiplicity. Your actions begin to flow from this deeper understanding rather than from the limited perspective of the separate self. Decisions arise from wisdom rather than fear, from love rather than lack, from abundance rather than scarcity. This does not mean life becomes problem free, but that problem are met from a space of inner freedom rather than limitation. The ancient Vedic teaching, Tat Tvam Asi, thou art that, points to this profound truth. You are not a fragment of consciousness, not a drop separate from the ocean, not a wave distinct from the water. You are the ocean itself. The infinite field of awareness in which all experience appears and disappears like dreams in the mind of a dreamer. The eternal now. There is no future moment when you will finally understand this truth more fully than you can understand it right now. There is no past moment when you were more or less what you essentially are. The recognition of infinite awareness can only happen now because now is all there ever is. Past and future exist only as present thoughts. The awareness in which thoughts of yesterday and tomorrow appear is timelessly present, never coming, never going, never changing, never aging. This eternal now is not a moment in time. It is the timeless dimension in which all moments appear. So, I especially would like to create an awareness in the sacred now to rest as what you are, not to think about infinite awareness, but to be it. Not to seek consciousness, but to recognize yourself as consciousness itself. Allow the waves of experience to rise and fall in the ocean of your being, knowing yourself always as the ocean, never as merely the waves. The seamless wholeness. As we drop towards the close of our time together, notice that there has never been a moment in this entire sharing when awareness was absent. It has been the constant, unchanging background against which all words, all thoughts, all understanding has appeared. The same awareness that has been present throughout your exploration is the same awareness that greets you when you wake in the morning, that accompanies you throughout your day, that remains present even in the depths of sleep. It is the thread of continuity that links all experience, the seamless wholeness that appears as a diversity of life. When you leave this listening and return to your daily activities, you take nothing new with you because you are already whole and complete, but you may carry within you a deeper recognition of what has always been true. That you are the infinite awareness in which all experiences arises, the eternal witness that remains forever free, the love that knows itself as everything that appears as the invitation continues. This is not an ending, but a beginning, or rather a recognition that is neither beginning nor ending, only the eternal unfolding of what is. The invitation to recognize your true nature does not conclude when these words cease. It is extended fresh in every moment, offered anew with every breath, available always in the simple recognition of what is aware right now. May this understanding bloom naturally in the garden of your being. May you recognize yourself in every face you meet, see yourself in every sunrise, know yourself in every moment of stillness. May you live as the infinite awareness that you are, blessing the world with the recognition of what is true, beautiful, and eternal. The light that shines through these words is the same light that shines as your deepest self. Rest there, abide there, be what you have always been, infinite awareness now. Thank you for sharing this exploration of the infinite mystery that we are. And also thank you very much for listening this exploration of the infinite mystery that we are. So I would say heartfully with gratefulness, always have infinite awareness in the right present moment, since present is nothing but a presence. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.